Niccolò Machiavelli and Sun Tzu. Two strategists of power, one enduring legacy. The history of human leadership and conflict is punctuated by minds whose insights into power, strategy, and human nature transcend time. When we think of thinkers who dissected the art of ruling and warfare with unparalleled clarity, two names emerge as giants: Niccolò Machiavelli and Sun Tzu. One, the Italian diplomat and philosopher whose treatises on political realism have influenced rulers for centuries; the other, the ancient Chinese general whose military philosophy remains a cornerstone of strategic thought. Though separated by centuries and culture, both understood the interplay of power, perception, and decisive action. This detailed comparison examines their philosophies, methods, and enduring impact, maintaining the flow without tabular interruptions. Niccolò Machiavelli, the architect of political realism. Niccolò Machiavelli, born in 1469 in Florence, Italy, lived during a time of political instability, intrigue, and factional warfare. His experiences as a diplomat and government official in the Florentine Republic exposed him to the harsh realities of power, alliances, and betrayal. Machiavelli's seminal work, The Prince, remains a definitive guide on leadership, emphasizing pragmatism, strategic calculation, and the often harsh necessities of ruling. Machiavelli's philosophy is grounded in realism. Leaders must understand the nature of people, who are often driven by self-interest, fear, and ambition. Morality, in his view, is subordinate to political necessity. A ruler must be willing to act ruthlessly when required to preserve stability and power. His insights extend beyond deception or cruelty; they are about adaptability, timing, and the cultivation of authority. A prince who inspires both respect and fear, who balances generosity with firmness, and who anticipates challenges, is positioned to endure. Machiavelli's influence on political thought is profound. He provided a lens through which rulers could analyze both internal governance and external threats, anticipating modern concepts of statecraft, diplomacy, and realpolitik. His ideas resonate not only in political theory but in management, organizational strategy, and leadership studies. By codifying the pragmatics of power, Machiavelli transformed abstract notions of governance into actionable guidance, leaving a legacy of strategic realism that continues to inform leaders worldwide. Sun Tzu, the master of military strategy. Sun Tzu, traditionally believed to have lived during the Eastern Zhou period, c. 5th century BCE, in China, was a military general and philosopher whose treatise The Art of War revolutionized the understanding of conflict. Unlike Machiavelli, whose focus was political authority, Sun Tzu concentrated on military strategy, tactics, and the psychology of both commanders and soldiers. His principles are as applicable to boardrooms and negotiations as they are to battlefields. Sun Tzu's genius lies in the emphasis on preparation, flexibility, and indirect action. He advocates understanding both the enemy and oneself, valuing intelligence, deception, and terrain over brute force. Victory, in his view, is achieved through superior strategy rather than mere numbers or courage alone. Iconic maxims such as "all warfare is based on deception" or "the supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting" highlight his preference for efficiency, foresight, and strategic subtlety. The influence of Sun Tzu is enduring and global. His teachings inform military academies, business strategies, sports psychology, and diplomacy. By emphasizing adaptability, morale, and the orchestration of complex variables, Sun Tzu created a framework for understanding conflict that transcends cultural and temporal boundaries. His philosophy celebrates foresight, patience, and the intelligent application of force, establishing him as a timeless guide for those who navigate competitive and adversarial landscapes. The strategic bond and divergence in approach. Both Machiavelli and Sun Tzu share a profound understanding of human nature, power, and strategy. Both recognize that victory, whether in politics or war, is rarely a matter of ideology alone; it requires calculation, anticipation, and the skillful application of resources. Both emphasize preparation, timing, and adaptability, whether maneuvering armies on a battlefield or navigating the complexities of statecraft. The key distinction lies in the realm of application and methodology. Machiavelli's focus is political and ethical pragmatism, how rulers maintain authority, manage alliances, and preserve the state. Sun Tzu's focus is martial strategy, how commanders exploit terrain, deception, and intelligence to achieve victory with minimal risk. Machiavelli's insights are often rooted in observation of human behavior in political institutions. Sun Tzu's insights are grounded in operational execution, logistics, and the psychology of conflict. Machiavelli instructs on how to wield power, Sun Tzu instructs on how to win it. Both, however, transcend their immediate contexts. Machiavelli's principles illuminate modern governance, diplomacy, and leadership, while Sun Tzu's doctrines shape strategic thinking in military, corporate, and competitive domains. Both demonstrate that mastery of the intangible, whether influence, perception, or morale, is often more decisive than physical force or numerical superiority. Conclusion: two strategists, one lasting influence. Niccolò Machiavelli and Sun Tzu stand as pillars of strategic thought, each shaping how leaders and commanders perceive power, conflict, and human nature. Both demonstrated that understanding the subtle interplay of force, perception, and opportunity can redefine outcomes and secure enduring influence. Machiavelli leaves a legacy of political realism, pragmatic leadership, and unflinching insight into human behavior. Sun Tzu leaves a legacy of tactical brilliance, strategic foresight, and the supreme art of achieving objectives efficiently. Together, they reveal that whether navigating the corridors of political power or the chaos of the battlefield, intellect, adaptability, and strategic vision can change the course of history. Their lessons endure because they speak to the timeless realities of human ambition, competition, and the art of mastery. If you appreciated this comparison, don't forget to support the channel. Likes, comments, and subscribing empower the continuation of content like this. Which strategists or thinkers do you believe should face off in the next comparison?